This is Kemet 1976, also known as Kemet Nubia. Today I'm going to take you through a map that I built in 2010, which is called Smuggler's Pass. It was the first map I ever built on Far Cry 2. When I first played this, I did what everybody else would do. You know, when they first get a game and they've never, played it before and they don't know what's what. So I decided to just place down a few objects and, I never even knew about, back then I never even knew about texturing or landscaping. So it was just a real play about. And the reason why I've showed this map is because I have another one which is a revised version of this map. Which was my last map in 2010, which I will show after this. And what I wanted to show was how I started off in the first place. Regards to placing my objects and learning how to map basically. So this second one is the last one that I did, which was in 2013. That was before Far Cry 3 came out. And as you can see, a massive change in the way that this is built. It's a lot neater, textures, colours, more brighter, things placed in specific places. Which I was very proud of, and only because I kept on hashing at it, but also the fact that I was part of a very large community of mappers, which in my opinion we've kind of lost over the years of the last two iterations of Far Cry. Naming Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4. I actually came back to Far Cry 4, as I mentioned in my last video, within about a month of Far Cry 3. I'd given up because of the lobby system. So it would be nice if Far Cry 5 they could bring back the multiplayer side of things, because I'm really missing the community, and I'm to be honest, I'm missing the competition as well too. And there are a lot of editors on the PlayStation 4. I mean, I'm constantly in and out of the Ubisoft forums on a daily basis, and it's it's kind of distressing because we've lost a really large chunk of the community, and I'm actually missing some excellent maps built by these editors, and some of these editors basically showed me the ropes when I first started mapping. I mean, I actually started in 2008, but I was just messing about, and then I made my first map in 2010. That's when I started really getting into it, only because I got laid off from a job, and I could spend a little bit more time with it, and also that was before I found out you could custom build, which has now become a really important, or it plays a really large role in how I build my maps. But again, it's one of those things where I feel that we've lost a chunk of the community, and nobody really talks anymore about about mapping anymore. You can't play in a lobby system. In Far Cry 2, I know there are a lot of players that talk about Predator, but I did play Predator, but that was way before I even knew about Live personally. But regards to that, with Far Cry 2, the lobby system, as far as I was concerned, was set in stone. You could, if I remember rightly, you could basically have up to about 9 maps, I think, in rotation, and you could use your console as a server as well too. So you know, all you had to do was just basically host so many maps in rotation, and people would find your maps whenever they came online, and they will pull their friends in. And I remember playing a lot of maps, and you got you got a full lobby, almost straight away. People dropping in, dropping out, and within weeks, if obviously if you was a really good editor, within weeks or within a couple of months, you'd have thousands of downloads of your maps, and it was easy to find the creator as well too. With Far Cry 4, it's not really been, it's not been easy. It's hard to find creator maps. You have to go into search create, type in the name, and most players doesn't even know that actually exists. So you have to look for it. These are some of the important things that I feel that Far Cry is missing, just mainly the community. But coming off that and going back to the map, because I know I've been chatting for a long time about the community, and it's something that I've probably repeated in one of my gameplay videos. The only gameplay video with commentary on it. This map was the last map I built on Far Cry 2. I didn't build any maps on that. And if you've seen when you see the first one that I built in 2010 and this one, which was 3 years later, you could definitely see that I've improved in my building, and I've carried that over to Far Cry 4. Like I said, I only built one map in Far Cry 3, so that's not really on my books. I got kind of annoyed at that one, and basically threw a tantrum at it, and it's understandable, to be honest. But anyway, I got really creative with this map, and I learned quite a lot with this. Using water pumps, using a lot of the wall pieces, to build most of my buildings. Just being genuinely creative. And as a matter of fact, the reason why I'm actually showing these two maps is two things. First one of my subscribers, just one, asked me, if I could show some Far Cry 2, just to see where, what kind of things that I built personally. So that was the influence in doing this video. Also, it also shows people who feel that they're intimidated by the way that some of us build our maps now. Whatever's left of the Far Cry editors on the Xbox One from the 360, because like I said, we've lost a lot of editors, and some damn good ones. As a matter of fact, some excellent editors. Some have moved to PlayStation 4, and some of them are still on Xbox 360. But there's only a few of us, a handful of us that are actually still editing on the Xbox One. And if there are any good editors out there at the moment, we've not heard of any of them, or at least I haven't heard of any of them. So if obviously if you're an editor and you think or you think you have what it takes to edit some really good maps and be really creative, to a certain standard, then please do contact me. Either via YouTube or there are some links through Facebook that will be in the description. You can contact me through there if you feel you have what it takes. It would be really interesting. Who's on the Xbox One, of course. PlayStation 4, they have quite a lot of editors, and I am actually thinking about purchasing a PlayStation 4. Just because of the amount of editors on there, so it would be really interesting to see what people come up with. I've already seen a lot of stuff in the forums, and it's absolutely fantastic. But anyway, I'm going to cut this video short, 10 minutes short, and it's been absolutely great. Thank you and goodbye.